Hello, welcome. Susan Graham here from Manifest Now TV with me here on YouTube. It's where I like to host conversations, interviews about enlightened topics such as energy healing. And today we have a special guest, and her name is Kristen Hunt, and she is a certified Reiki master of a few decades now and been practicing and teaching for a long time. And I'm really happy to have her here. So let me do her little intro and bio for you. Kristen explains that how Reiki allowed her to gain an understanding of her own energy and how to control it. And it sparked an undeniable passion to help others and help them be more present and connected in their own lives. So Kristen currently is a certified Holy Fire level 3 Reiki master, teacher, a psychic medium, intuitive coach and mentor, as well as a meditation, CCMBA, and BMSA facilitator. Amazing work that Kristen does. I've had many sessions with her, as I talk and tell you. We talk about in the interview. Um, so I really look forward to hearing back from you about this conversation, because I do have to warn you, it's highly informative. And Kristen really gives a lot of coaching. We'll call it energy coaching, energy healing coaching, energy master. Like, there's some serious stuff that you can take away with you to help you to move yourself along. Awesome. In the meantime, I always like to set a breath intention, set the tone, set the frequency. So I just want to have a moment, because I did have a bit of a rough morning, as I talk about it as well. So I had to breathe, I had to reset, and this is what I used today. Of course, I haven't mentioned this very much, but these techniques that I offer you, are available to you as a download, as my ebook that I've written, and you can let me know if you're interested in that, and I'll give you the link to sign up for it. You have to give your email in order to get the download. That's just how it works. It's called 12 Techniques to Create Calm Energy and High Vibes. So here's one. Here's one that I really like. I learned this from a Kundalini master. I am grace of God. You do it with your breath, always connecting breath. This is a mind affirmation, calming technique with your breath. 5 times with your breath. Inhale. I am grace of God. You just say it in your mind quietly. I am grace of God. 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 Exhale. Take a full in and out breath. Let's do one more round. Full inhale. Hold it, and in your mind, I am grace of God. 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 5 times. Exhale. Full in and out breath. I do feel like we should complete that with a third round. Full inhale, fill up through your nose. Hold it up here. I am grace of God. 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 Exhale. Good job. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Release. A great technique to reset your frequency, your vibration, to calm your energy, but still keep yourself vibing high. Okay. Next, Have a listen. Kristen Hunt, Reiki. Thank you for agreeing to come on and let me interview you.
Oh my God, thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is just something I actually started doing a long, long time ago, um, with, my blog and website way back. And interviewing was fun, and I really loved it. And I love connecting with like-minded ladies
Brilliant.
and talking the stuff that we love to talk about, right? The
Right.
most,
The
which is
real conversations, not the how's the weather conversations.
that, yes, that. Conversations. That's so funny you just used the word because I've been titling um, the interviews as interviews right now, but I think I want to change it to like conversations for the collective. Something like that.
Yeah, because they do just sound like conversations.
Well, and that's how I want it to be. I don't want it to be like a serious interview, you know.
No, because
That
then it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like life.
exactly. Just like today life. Like seriously, I've been trying to get over this one kid since 6:50 a.m.
Oh.
There's the deep breath. See, I do it. I do it for real.
hmm
Like I actually do the stuff. Like I do the practice. I had to go meditate. I had to reset my tone and energy
Yep.
so I could just be like, okay, this is life, like you just said. This is life.
And these are the tools we use to get through it.
Yeah. So let's
hmm
let's even like start with that.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff. So I know you and I are connected through Reiki, and
Mhm.
I've used Kristen as my Reiki healer and energetic setter. Several times now. I've been to her workshops, and I've had her privately as well. And I've gone to her meditations on Wednesday nights, and I've done a lot with you,
hmm
I think, over the years, and it's been a while,
It's
so I
been
really
a
miss
long
you.
time. Yeah.
I know. I miss you lots, just so you know. And I always think of you. And I always try to like your post or, the Wednesday night meditations. I'm like, yes. I'm just like
Thank
the
you.
worst though. I think if I signed up, then I always end up doing the recording later, and that's fine, but I should just, do it again.
Yeah.
Start, So like, let's talk about Reiki because how do you feel that Reiki sets our energy? I mean, Reiki is energy, right?
hmm
Um, with regards to saying, drawing and attracting what we want in our life.
So Reiki is literally a school of thought when it comes to energy. So, as long as you are understanding energy, you're going to understand manifesting. So, we use
Right.
Reiki as a conscious, purposeful intention. This is what I'm doing. So we use Reiki for healing to reset the body. The way I like to explain it is all your cells are like snowflakes, and you know how a snowflake is perfectly symmetrical. If we've got a trauma, a bad experience, suppressed emotions, all that stuff, some of our little snowflakes have like chips in them and are no longer symmetrical. When a healer channels that energy into your body, it makes your little snowflakes all symmetrical again. So it puts you back into balance, right? So it's a very simple way to explain it.
That is so lovely.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
if you want, you can Google. Have you seen when somebody puts sand on a speaker and they play music? So, like a
Yeah.
bass
Oh,
speaker.
yes. And
And
it
what
does
happens
that.
to the sand? It gets all symmetrical, right?
Ah, so
Frequency,
cool.
vibration.
Mhm,
We
mhm.
do the same thing as healers by channeling this energy into your body. That's what happens. And you can mess up the sand, and when you play the music again, it goes back into symmetrical form. So that's exactly what this energy does. In regards to manifesting, if you are a lower vibration, you've got traumas, you've got fears, you've got um, negative patterns of behavior, all of that stuff, you're going to attract to you lower vibration stuff, people, experiences, situations, feelings. But when we do the energy healing and you reset yourself and get yourself in a higher vibration, what are you attracting? Higher vibration things, people, situations. It's that simple, but it's very hard to understand that within yourself in a very everyday, every way perspective. Does that make
Yes,
sense?
and uh, it, it's profound but simple.
But also hard to do in the everyday as you're changing yourself completely.
Yes, it's so hard to do by
Yeah.
yourself. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why we do what we do. We are
Right.
those, to help, to assist, to help lead the way, right? Energetically. Frequency. I think I can really talk on that, and that's kind of what I'm out to really teach at this point in time. I've gone through so many years of teaching all, of course, yoga, figure skating, Reiki, doing running master courses for people. Um, but yeah, it's living in that conscious frequency vibration. So you're aware. You're
Yes.
aware of it. You have to teach yourself that. And then what are you doing like to it? Okay, fine. Say affirmations. It won't change your energy fully. So there's this frequency that we have and that we learn, I believe, as Reiki healers, masters, energies, intuitives,
Yep.
that our energy is from the inside
Absolutely.
out. And now it's like, you have to be conscious about that. Are you practicing Reiki? Like, as much as I am now not teaching or giving, like nothing to that extent, I do Reiki and energy healing every day.
Yeah, because you're not just teaching it, you're being it.
Yes.
Right? And I
Yeah.
like to correct people when they say you have to be conscious. I'm like, you don't have to be. It's totally your choice whether you want to be conscious of what you're manifesting and not,
True.
right? There's no, and this is why we have these conversations because we're speaking on everyday levels and we're saying you don't have to do any of this. It is a choice. You can choose to be conscious about it. You can choose to make a choice or change. Whereas if we say you should is actually a lower vibration word. And if you say, I should go to the gym, that just puts you on the hook.
Oh,
Or you can say, I could go to the gym later. And it's like, if I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. Like, it just, no expectation on it.
I love that.
Right.
I
And
think
this
that
is why the conversations are important because it really brings it back into the everyday.
everyday life, because
Simple,
that's reality. Trust
right?
me.
Exactly.
Trust me. I have right now, honestly, I've been working, I've been working on it. Like I have four things I've been trying to let go of, like consciously
Hmm.
for, I can't even tell you for how long. Isn't that weird? Like it's taking like, and I'm trying to time, I time it with, I timed it with the April 7th energy, and it's feeling better. Like I can feel a difference
Hmm.
in, which is interesting, but it's still, there's this like linger.
So instead of doing all the work, why don't you sit back and allow yourself to be and simply observe what is going on in your life, i.e., your son, that's triggering you, that can be used as a mirror. That you say, what is going on that I'm not aware of, that I don't see? And when you kind of let it unfold, because the subconscious is where everything lies. So if you're not aware of it, you're still attracting it. This manifestation works 24/7, constantly, whether you're aware of it or not. It's working. So, you know what? My choice is if I'm aware of it, I'm using that to my advantage. I'm
Right.
going to make those changes. However, we have to understand how deeply unconscious we are manifesting those fears, those things you learned as a kid, those breaks
Oh,
ups, all those hurts you've got, all that we shoved it down,
Mhm,
right?
mhm,
Especially as
mhm.
we got older and as we had kids, everybody's more important than us. We got to put ourselves aside, keep going, push through. This is what we learned in school. This is what we learned from society.
Yeah.
So we don't understand what's actually inside of us that we're manifesting with. That's a magnet pulling stuff towards us. But when you stop and breathe and really witness what's around you, and I don't mean stare at every little thing, what is sticking to you? What is punching you in the face? Those are what is trying to tell you, hello, this is what's going on inside of you.
Mhm.
Let's heal that. And then it releases, and now you're manifesting on a higher level. So if you've got four things that are stuck, stop doing. If the doing is not working, sit back and say, what am I missing? And then be open to seeing it. Then somebody's going to walk in and piss you off, and you're going to be like, well, that's one of them. How does that manifest and mirror to me? What is going on within me that I can change?
Yeah. Gosh, that's a good one. Nice. Oh my God, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Sometimes it's not about the doing, sometimes it's literally about just the being and
And
letting it
sitting with
come to
it.
you, right?
Let it. Let it. Sometimes that's just so hard, even for us, what like call ourselves experts or people that have been doing it for, decades now. It's still hard. Very,
Right. And it's hard because we're 40 something years old. And
well,
in school, we were
52.
taught, oh, yay, you. I'm getting there. We were taught always be doing, don't ever sit still, be a productive part of society, blah, 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 blah. Now,
Mm.
as business owners, you got to hustle, you got to keep going. No one teaches us that it's okay to sit unless we're peeing, right? It's true. Unless we're having a meal and we're having a meal, all we're thinking about is doing the dishes. We
True.
never be. So we do all the work to manifest. Well, where are you receiving that? How do you have time to receive it? When are you going to sit your butt down and allow it to come into your life?
That's like a little bit of a like a an aha moment, really, because who does, like most of us don't, and even as like I'm suggesting experts, long time in the field, blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah, you have to let yourself and allow yourself the time to receive it.
But when we're sitting, we're feeling lazy. We're feeling guilty. I should be doing this. What if my husband walks in and I'm sitting on the couch? What if I'm just reading a book? I should be
So
cleaning the kitchen. Because so many years of doing, doing. We're not human doings,
we're
we're human
human
beings.
beings.
And this doesn't mean sit on the couch and be a couch potato,
No,
right? We have to balance, we have to do both.
absolutely. Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's big takeaway.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, we're done. See you later.
Thank you. Yeah, really, right? No, and just to wrap it back a little, back to the energetic system. Let's just talk about that for a minute with regards to Reiki. And what does it do? Like, could you explain, like, in your words, your terms, your, teachings, when what happens, like, say if we're out of balance, imbalance, over, like what happens with those energy centers, like what and why do they need to be, you know functioning
Align.
properly?
So when you're healing, especially with energy healing, you, again, those snowflakes kind of get misaligned, right? And then if you're all out of balance, you're going to be doing things that are keeping you out of balance because you don't have an awareness that you're out of balance. So, energy centers, think of a throat chakra. If your throat chakra is, we say closed, they're never really closed. If it's blocked, okay, it's in this area here, then you're going to grow up not speaking up, not expressing your needs, not feeling like your voice is important. that's going to affect every part of your life. If I don't speak up and ask for help around the house, I'm going to always feel resentful. Why does nobody help me? There's four other people that live in this house. Why am I the only one that cleans? Or at work, if you have a job, you don't ever speak up to a boss who degrades you or something like that. Or you don't say, I need a break. I'm working too much. I'm taking all my work home. It literally affects all of you. And then as that stays stuck, what happens is that in this area of the body, it's going to physically manifest. And what is right here? Your thyroid. How many women do you know have thyroid issues?
Yeah.
Right? Because we were never
All of
taught,
us?
right? Almost all of us, we were never taught to speak up and say, I need time. I need a break. This is what I need in my life. This is my opinion, and it's okay if you don't agree with it. We were never allowed to do that. We were never taught. It's always everybody else is more important and everybody else is an expert and we are not. So doing healing, and Reiki energy work and like you said, the journaling, the meditation, all of that stuff, it brings about those subconscious traumas so that they release and let go. And therefore now I'm like, I can speak up. So I personally have Hashimoto's disease. I've never taken any sort of medication
Right.
and I'm perfectly fine. I have nodules on there and nothing has changed since I got diagnosed, except that it's gotten better. Yeah.
See? And then I'm now also a big believer, power of the mind, always have been, but trying to always learn and take it to the next step, I guess,
Hmm.
which is now telling the body part telling your brain to tell the body part it's healed, right? Like
Yep.
so manifesting healing in whatever body parts areas that you need to. So that's been interesting because that's sort of learning that that's called neuroplasticity. I can't even say it.
Plasticity, I believe.
Thank you. Yeah, so and that's just been interesting because now it's combining like all of it,
Hmm.
like always, the Reiki is huge. So it helps on the subconscious level heal.
It does. So yes, the Reiki energy absolutely gets really deep into the subconscious, all that stuff that you can't see. And as an intuitive, I literally write down everything that you can't see that's coming up. So
Yes.
now not only is it healing subconsciously, but with a written intuitive report, you have a conscious awareness of, oh, yeah, that totally makes sense. I totally see myself doing that. Or I didn't realize that was still bothering me. And now it's coming up so much longer later. And with your constantly using the mind, you do have to combine the mind with the heart. It can't just only be about the mind.
Nope.
But affirmations, talking to yourself is a way to start reprogramming the subconscious mind. And you're literally creating new neuron pathways in the mind and reprogramming the subconscious so it actually believes I am worthy, I attract money, clients come easily, love is abundant in my life. You may not believe it at first, but as you're writing it, things will come up in your life to release that which is blocking you from the manifesting or the affirmation. So it's not just about, I attract money, I attract money. Something is going to come up in your life because the universe is like, you're trying to attract money, but you have this block inside of you that is keeping you from money. So we need to do some work over here. So I'm going to remember we talked about those pokes and those triggers and those mirrors. That's going to come up. It's going to blow up in your face. You're going to have a money issue come up. And you're like, but I'm trying to manifest money. Now I have to deal with this money issue? Yes, because this is how the universe, you're asking for the money to come, and this is how the universe is doing it. But people think, well, it's not working because, you know, poop just hit the fan, but it's happening so you have an awareness of the subconscious stuff that needs to heal within you.
Right.
This isn't a block, it's uh, it doesn't mean you need to turn around. It means you need to go through the block, smash the block so it's no longer a block,
Right.
right? Does that make
And yeah, I like that. I like that wording, the smash.
sense?
I love that because I was, the best word I was coming up with was release, but we use that word so much and it sometimes it just release isn't, I don't know, it just doesn't do it.
Because release sounds so easy,
Right.
whereas you
It's not.
it's not. You do literally have to face it and smash it. The only way to get through it is to literally go through it, right?
Yes,
And
I
I
get it.
like
I get that now. Finally, it takes going through it. Like
it does take going through it.
and like honestly, it's been hell. Like I've had hell, but fine, but you get through it. You have to take
We're
the ride.
supposed to go through it.
You have to go on, you have to go on the ride. You have to take the journey.
And I'd like to say you have no choice, but you always do have a choice. But we're taught that you're supposed to think and do everything you can and be smart enough to avoid all the problems in life instead of being taught all the tools to deal with it. And I like to use the analogy of buffalo, which is odd, I know, but it works. If there's a herd of buffalo and there's a storm coming, they turn around and run into it instead of running away from it and having the storm chase them and eventually catch up to them,
Right.
right? So
They
if you
face
run
it
away
head
from
on.
it, you're literally prolonging the storm by running away from it. When you go through it and face it head on, it flows through you and passes you easily within hours. You still have to go through the storm though. You have no choice, right?
So what is this? I guess the storm can be like pain, crying,
A breakup,
all
money
the
going down the toilet, your roof
bankruptcies.
leaking,
Yeah.
your kids annoying the crap out of you. It can be absolutely anything,
Hmm.
right? It can
Hmm.
be a big, huge storm, a divorce, a death, and it can be a tiny storm, like you have a fight with your husband.
Hmm.
The point is, be aware there's a storm coming. And by facing it, I don't mean you go and like smash into your husband. Look in the mirror. What is going on in the storm? How am I feeling about this? Is this a me thing? Is this something within me? Do I need to speak to my husband and set boundaries? Do things need to be changed?
Hmm.
That's how you go through the storm. You don't just sit on your couch and wait for it. It's nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
You have to go through it. And
Or like
through
you said, nothing's going to happen, or it's just prolonging it, and
it's
it's
just going to chase you.
eventually going to catch up to you.
It always catches up to you. And with the healing, with Reiki, not just doing a one and done, but
Hmm.
like we talked about earlier, really being and understanding that this energy is goes beyond Reiki. It's a way of being. When you understand that, and the more you start healing, you actually have the confidence and stability to turn around and face that storm. And that storm is sometimes your really deepest, darkest feelings. But the more you do healing, the more you root yourself into the ground and become stable. And you're not afraid to look in the mirror in the anymore. You're not afraid to have that conversation with your husband. You're not afraid of the money issues because you know it's just all energy.
Right. It's all just
Mm-hmm.
temporary.
All temporary, all of
And if you want to go super deep, which I really don't, but it's all an illusion. It's
it.
all an illusion, the yogis would say. Right.
So it's an illusion in the sense that it is a storm. Like
Yeah.
you go through the storm, you experience the storm, and you can literally think of a rainstorm or think of an emotional storm. But the storm is not you. Your emotions are not you. You may get shaped by that experience, but once the storm is gone, the storm should be gone. You shouldn't be holding on to an umbrella, a raincoat, and rain boots every day of your life in fear of a storm.
Oh,
When we, right? When we do healing,
so
and yeah, when that energy balance is within us and when we are rooted into the ground, we're like, wow, yesterday was a really big storm, but today is a sunny day. I'm going to put my umbrella down and go enjoy the sunny day,
right.
knowing if another storm comes, I can handle it.
That's
got
right.
my umbrella,
Yeah.
I've got my house or whatever it is. So I'm not avoiding going outside in
Right.
case there's a storm. That's living in fear. And we do that all the time. Hmm.
My gosh, Kristen Hunt,
Sorry.
Reiki and coaching. Listen, that's just, I almost feel like, okay, yeah, she's given so much here in just a very short time. There's some real lessons and things, tools that you can use, and
Yeah.
you want to take those with you.
Hmm.
And contact Kristen Hunt Reiki. Um, we'll put all the information where you can reach Kristen. But in the meantime, before we fully sign off, I want you to explain or okay, so in your lovely bio, it mentions CCMBA
MBA.
and then the other one, BMSS.
SA. So a
Tell us.
CCMBA is a complete cellular mind and body alignment. So it would be kind of like a Reiki treatment on steroids, and there's
Right.
other people around. So that was something I learned several years ago. Then I paired up with a lady named Christy who owns the farm with the horse meditation I recently did. So we switched it up a bit to use that platform and incorporate horses. And we called it the body, mind, and soul alignment. And what we do is sit basically in the barn with the horses in the stalls and create, she likes to say, a microwave of energy because the horses have 20 to 30-foot auras and they release for us. So her and I are holding space. The horses are doing their thing simply by being there in their energy, and you are in the middle of that healing. And so with the CCMBA, it was a lot of releasing, and then you would be exhausted afterwards. It's
Yeah.
so amazing. But we found with the horses, you're releasing, they're releasing for you by chewing, by yawning, by going to the bathroom, and coughing. And their energy fills you back up. So you don't feel as exhausted as you would from this huge release. You
Right.
feel filled up.
Energized.
It's unbelievable. We were shocked the first time we did it. We were like, why is everybody in such a good mood while they're leaving? Why is everybody so chippy? Usually everybody's kind of like, oh, thanks so much. Bye. I need to go have a nap. No, everybody was feeling amazing.
Well, I cannot wait. I want to go to one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're definitely going to do more.
Good.
Um, and just as we would have started earlier, but it's freezing.
Yeah, yeah.
Rude.
Totally. Yeah,
But
so
it's,
summer. Please keep me posted and everyone, yeah, check it out. That's incredible work. It's
it
amazing
is.
that I'm attracting these healers with horses right now and all of that. I think that's amazing and it's amazing work. And I believe it. I believe in it. Absolutely.
Right. It's once you experience it, it's hard not to. And she can explain the horsey side of it and
Right.
exactly what's going on with them. It's just, it's so, it's amazing how we met. It's amazing how everything worked out. My daughter works there. Her working at the farm has saved her. Just stuff that, with our kids, we can't do everything ourselves, even though we are healers. To send her up there, she found herself, and now she's actually going to Durham College to be a therapist, but she wants to do it at the farm so she wants to incorporate horses. That's how healing they are. It's unbelievable.
Right.
So to her, she's going to incorporate energy and therapy and horses, and
Oh
holy
my
mackerel, she's going
God.
to be a force to be reckoned with.
Amazing.
Right?
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you should be such a proud mummy.
Oh my God, I am absolutely. But and the stuff that she's taught me as well. But again, going back to doing this Reiki, and it's not just Reiki, it's the energy, it's understanding it, it's understanding the law of attraction and manifestation. When you feel so secure in yourself, You learn how to let your kids go and find themselves instead of being fearful. Because what normal mother lets their 13, 14-year-old girl go work at a farm, right? I was like, I know this is for her. I'm
Yeah.
terrified, but I have to trust and I have to let her go. And it was the best thing I ever did. But
See?
I guarantee you, I would not have done that because that is not a logical thing to do,
No.
right? No. At a farm, you're going to get kicked, you're going to get hurt, you're working in minus 25 and plus 30.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah.
She does that. She loves it. Loves
See?
it.
It's so healing. It's so helpful.
So healing. Yeah.
Incredible. Well,
Hmm.
I want us to sign off here because that was just amazing.
Good,
An
good.
amazing coaching healing session here with Kristen today. Be in touch with her, get a Reiki healing session with her, or two or
Hmm.
three. I think she only offers them in three packages right now at once.
Who,
Anyway,
me?
so that's how
Nope.
you. Oh no, you do singles too?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I just do whenever because I feel that you have to be able to make the decision that when you need the healing, you come and ask for it. I
Right.
don't want to sell you on stuff. And
No.
if you get a healing done here, sometimes your next one isn't for another few months or 6 months because something needs to happen there to really, right? To really shift you. You need to start knowing when you need to come get a healing. So I
I
do
agree.
not push. There's no should.
That's right. Right. Should. No should. No
No should.
should.
Don't should all over yourself.
I love that. Okay, cool. Okay, have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you so
Thank you. Thank
much.
you so much for having me and pushing me out of my comfort zone because
Yeah, I know, and me too. And it's part of manifesting like getting to the next stage
you have to
level.
go
The
through it to
next,
get there. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I
it.
have to try. I have to
No, you're trying is doing. It's
and do
not
it.
trying.
That's
You're
right.
doing it. Well,
Yay.
congratulations on your channel. I'm so excited for you.
Yay. You too. Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, Sue.